Thank you very much. Yes, arguably that's way too much time, so I don't intend to spend that much time, but I will add, thank you Nina for your acknowledgements as well, and I add to those. In addition to that, I'd also like to congratulate and welcome my parliamentary colleagues, Georgie Crozier, I saw John Pisciuto in the room, Kim O'Keefe and David Southwick here as well. It's also probably perhaps worth mentioning, that was an absolutely sensational prayer given to us this evening. Imam Ibrahim, where are you? Are you still here? He's there. That was absolutely sensational. Can I have another round of applause for that, please? I leapt at the opportunity to join in co-hosting this evening. Ahmet, and to you and your team. What an extraordinary... I don't know what I was quite thinking this evening would look like. I don't know whether I was considering it to be something this formal. I'm more used to an event in Ringwood, but this takes the cake for the events I'm going to attend the next month or so, probably the next year, to be honest. But it was also always an opportunity for me to reminisce, I suppose, about fond memories. I consider myself to have been very lucky throughout my lifetime. Not only have I had a love and passion for politics, but I've also had a love and passion for world affairs. And in that, having that passion, that's taken me to many locations. Very lucky and proud to have called Jordan and Amman home. So Imam Ibrahim, when you were doing your prayer, it reminded me when I lived next door to a mosque, and 5 times a day I would have the constant reminder, and never once did I tire of it, though, I can tell you. I was also very fortunate to spend time in Afghanistan where I lived, and what a beautiful people and what a beautiful country. And to add to Nina's comments, this is a very trying time for Muslims, but frankly not just for Muslims, for any person with a heart, for any person with love in their heart, because not only, of course, for the people of Iran at the moment, but for the people of the entire Middle East, as they go through what is a tumultuous period in their history and our history. We can only hope that those events cease as quickly as they begun. And so for that, they have our thoughts and our prayers at the moment. I am very lucky, as I said, having worked for the United Nations for a very long time. I didn't hesitate to lend my name to the event this evening, not least because of the work this organisation does. If I've learned anything in my time abroad, it is not just about bridges, but it's about finding common ground. We can all differ, we can all have our different politics, we can all have our different points of view, but if we cannot find common ground, then we have nothing to start from. And whether I enter a school, and I have been at schools recently, both primary and secondary, and I will have people talk to me about all sorts of issues, including conflicts in our community today. And frequently, I will have a very quick conversation, and I bring it back to basics, and I say to them, we can either spend a very long time talking about the last 5,000 to 6,000 years, or we can agree on one fundamental principle. Do we want to stop killing each other? And if we can agree on that point, on that very simple point, then we have our common ground. And from that common ground, we can grow and we can work together. I also like to remind people that in my time in Africa in particular, and I was fortunate to live both in Liberia, in Burundi, in Congo, I remind people that conflict is not just something that plagues the Middle East. It's not just something that plagues Africa for that matter. To this day, the people of Northern Ireland continue to close their gates every night. They close their gates because they divide their societies in Protestant and Catholic. To this day, Ireland is divided, 95% Christian, 5% Protestant. Protestant Catholic, 95% segregation in their education system. Now that is demonstrably better than the alternative, which for them was conflict. And so every piece is imperfect. But I hope that in the days ahead, what we see internationally is more peace, no matter how imperfect. We will live with imperfections, we will find the commonality, and hopefully together, people of like mind, people of goodwill, people of good heart, will find sensible solutions and a path forward so men, women and children can live their lives free of fear, free of hate. And while I'm on that point, I'll finish on this because I think it's an important point. I have 2 sons and 1 daughter. I'm very proudly joined by my daughter here tonight, and I won't embarrass you by pointing to you. But she knows all too well because one of my sons said to me recently, one of the things as politicians I like to do is door knock. I like to go and knock on doors. I was knocking on doors today. I did 55 doors today. I did 165 the day before, 135 the day before that. One of the things that does concern me at the moment, as we leap between political parties, is the tendency to leap to rash solutions, the tendency to leap towards rash statements, the tendency to leap toward largesse, division. Division's easy. It's easy to divide people. It's easy to pit one person against the other, but it is not the right way to go. And so I hope, as has been said today, that people of good faith, people who have common sense, urge our fellow Victorians, our fellow Australians, to seek the middle ground, to build those bridges, and to continue to preach that we work together and bring our community together, because together we are united and divided we fall. Thank you very much.